Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to another edition of the Hockey Happy Hour. We are live from the BMW Atlantic City Studios here in Mount Ephraim, New Jersey. I am Matt Tsutsuti, along with the Penguin lover himself, Michael Klankoff, and
Hi.
the Darkwing, Brian Daly, behind the boards, who'll be joining us on camera in just a quick second. Welcome, one and all, to Facebook Live, to the YouTube, to Twitter as well. Thank you for joining us here on A2DRadio.com. We are brought to you by Scanzano Sports Center, located at 5 Carnegie Plaza in Cherry Hill, New Jersey. You can give them a call at 856-889-3434 or visit them on the web at www.scanzanosports.com. All right.
I knew it was coming. We didn't have a lot of table space here.
No, we didn't. I had to find something that I had to hit, and there we go. Very easy with a Malkin jersey on.
I'm here.
Very, very easy. So, ladies and gentlemen, obviously, we can address the elephant in the room before we move on. The Flyers actually won. No, I'm joking. Actually, congratulations in order to the city of Philadelphia and to, more importantly, the Philadelphia fans. Ladies and gentlemen, the Philadelphia Eagles are officially the Super Bowl champions. They have defeated the evil empire known as the New England Patriots, and the Darth Vader, or Darth Sidious himself, Tom Brady, has been vanquished.
Yes.
Congratulations to the city of Philadelphia, and congratulations to the Philadelphia Eagles. Now that we got that Super Bowl problem off of our back, that monkey is officially gone, and it's never coming back.
I was
was
mostly
that for
cheering for
me?
you.
Yeah.
No, but you know what, though, real quick to touch on it, I mean, I didn't think I was going to be this excited to actually see them win. And
I don't think anybody
I'm happy for the city. I'm happy for the fans. Most importantly, I'm happy for this radio station because we've seen what's happened already with that.
Oh, absolutely.
So.
It has spiked up in that, and we thank you all for continuing your support of A2DRadio.com.
Yeah.
Please keep it up and always keep the interaction going. We love you guys.
Much appreciated. You guys help make these shows what they are.
You are. We all love you. So, with that being said, congratulations to the Eagles. And now that we got that elephant addressed, and he can now leave the room for a while, now that we got that out of the way, all we need to do now is add a Stanley Cup. Wouldn't that look just nice next to that? Shut up. That would look very, very nice next to the Lombardi trophy that has just been added to the Philadelphia trophy case. Wouldn't you agree?
I mean, yeah, it's been a long time coming for the Flyers.
But I mean, we're opposing fans here, so obviously we want our team.
Okay, well, maybe
Listen,
not him as much
listen.
as you.
I
but,
mean,
you know.
come on, we're chasing history here. I want 3 in a row.
Who cares? Seriously, honestly, who gives a damn, really? You Pittsburgh fans were spoiled rotten anyway.
The Stanley Cup was like 2 layers smaller the last time you guys held one.
Oh, okay. See, the problem is you Pittsburgh fans are spoiled rotten. You guys have 3 Stanley Cups in this era. You have, what, 3, 4 Super Bowls or some shit like that?
Well, since I've been alive, we've been to 4 and won 2.
So there you go. You got 2 Super Bowls on top of it. Relax. You don't need another one.
Damn, we got Aaron Rodgers in the middle over here. Relax.
It's all good.
It's all right, though. Let's not talk.
man.
I'm happy you left out the Pirates. We're just gonna kick them to the curb. I could bet now, worst team in the league this year.
You think?
Anybody want to bet against me?
I kind of do. I have an idea of who could be worse.
I think
Maybe
the Pirates
a
will
team
be the
in
worst
desert?
team in the league.
No, not that team.
No,
from
not Arizona.
Sim
I can
City.
tell you that.
Really?
No, they'll be
Arizona's.
Come on. Arizona's like the perfect example of an organization gone wrong.
Well,
In
Maybe
every
in
sense
hockey,
of the
yeah,
word.
absolutely,
yes,
but not baseball.
Not baseball.
Oh, okay, well that's a different story.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know shit
Oh no,
about
I
that,
wouldn't. I
so
wouldn't
we'll-
bet that the Penguins would be the worst team in the league. we're sitting second or third in the division right now, especially since real quick the Devils lost.
They did. Yes, I can applaud that.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, against Calgary, so it doesn't help.
Does
you
not
as
help the
much.
Ducks.
No, it doesn't help me at
doesn't
all.
help the Ducks at all. If anything, it hurts.
Yeah.
Oh, but you know what? Other great news for the Philadelphia fans. If the parade and the celebration wasn't enough, to cap off the evening, the Philadelphia Flyers gave the Philadelphia fans something to even go home just a little bit more happier with, and that is a victory over the Montreal Canadiens, 5-3, sending it home. Got a little scary there towards the end because they decided to continue sucking on their penalty kill and got scored on there at
Yeah.
the last minute. But Ivan Provorov himself shooting it all the way down from home turf, and he manages to get it to go into an empty net to seal the deal and send the Flyers to a 5-3 victory. They will not lose a game after snapping I believe it was a 4 or 3 game losing streak that they were on, and were able to not only keep the win streak alive, hopefully they can continue their winning ways going out to actually meet the Las Vegas Golden Knights for their very first time in history.
That's going to be a tough game.
That's going to be an interesting game in Las
very
Vegas.
tough game.
Can the Flyers be one of those few teams that have the distinguishment of saying we beat Las Vegas on their ice?
I know we didn't.
Yeah, we'll see. we'll see. We'll see if the Flyers can earn that. Have the Ducks beaten Las Vegas on their own ice at any point?
I don't think the Ducks have beaten Las Vegas, period, yet. I think we're 0-3 against them.
Oh, wow. So you know what? The Flyers could actually be the first team on this table here to actually get a win on these nights. That would be pretty cool. That'd be awesome. You get to gloat
Congrats,
a little bit about
Matty.
that. Yeah,
Congrats.
yes. We actually beat the Golden
They got to
Knights.
beat them first.
Yeah.
All right, yeah, well, I'm just saying, opportunity to make history. The Eagles made history. The Flyers can make history. It just a little
Anything's possible at this point.
Yeah, now that the Eagles won the Super Bowl, right? Possibilities are endless. The sky is the limit. It has opened up, and the heavens shall rain down upon Philadelphia. I hope. Anyway, so Flyers with their 5-3 victory. Solid performance from the Flyers coming off of an overtime victory against the Carolina Hurricanes that they kind of had to pull out of their ass, but they did nonetheless, getting a good goal from I believe it was TK who
TK,
scored that
yeah,
goal.
first
yeah,
one,
he
yeah,
did.
TK
TK
had a
did
nice
score that
little
OT
tip-in.
winner. That was a nice one. He got it right through the 5-hole too. But yes, good thing for the Flyers to get this win on Montreal now. So now the big question that is on Twitter right now is, will the top line continue to produce the way that they have? And they have been producing extremely well. Ever since putting TK on that line, man,
TK got two this game.
I mean, it's just the production has been phenomenal from this. Can we continue to see that? That is the Twitter poll question of yes or no. Will we continue to see that kind of production from this line?
I think we absolutely can if they keep it up. I mean, you got two talented guys who know how to pass the puck on that first line. You have another guy who knows how to shoot and score.
Yeah.
Plus, you have Claude Drew, who's having a hell of a year for the Flyers, who's doing both passing and shooting the puck.
But really, who's doing better is Voracek. If you're looking at the points overall, I believe he's top 5. I
believe
think in
he's
the
top
league
5
in points.
in points. Yeah, I think he's just shy of 70 on the
Yeah,
year.
already.
There we
It's
go.
pretty damn good. I mean, you really can't put the blame on him. So
No.
I think definitely moving TK up is only benefiting them. Obviously, 2 goals tonight against Montreal.
This also
So-
helps TK so much because it helps his development as a goal scorer.
That's what you gotta
and
do.
really picks that back up.
And I keep talking about it every show that we have, but that's what I like about what Mike Sullivan does with the Penguins, is that you're putting guys like Daniel Sprong and Simone on a line with Crosby. 2 guys fresh out of the AHL, stick them right with Crosby, and they're producing. That's how you're gonna learn. You're
Wow.
gonna learn from playing with the best guys.
That has to be like so surreal. You come up from the AHL, you're just a nobody. You're like, I'm in the Penguins organization,
Yeah.
but I'm on the AHL team.
I've
I'm
been-
playing for the Wilkes-Barre Scranton Penguins. I'm
Yep.
not even playing for the Pittsburgh Penguins.
I mean,
And the very first time you get called up, you play on the same line with Sidney Crosby.
it doesn't get any worse if you had to play with Gino. I mean,
Yeah.
So I
Yeah.
mean, choose the line you're gonna play on. I mean, who do you want to learn from? You're gonna learn from Sitter. You're gonna learn from Gino. So I mean, you're not going wrong. I'm pretty sure Gensel started on a line with Gino when he first came up. Scores 2 goals in his first career game. So
True. Very, very true.
you never know. It's all it
I
takes
mean-
is putting these young guys with veterans.
You can
know?
learn a lot from Crosby and Malkin, like whether to be bottom or top. You know, you can learn a lot from them. You knew I had to get it in there at some point.
yeah.
You knew it was coming.
on top.
That's how you prefer it. Okay, interesting. We find out a lot about Mikey right here on this show. All
Who
right.
doesn't like it on top?
I was raised in the Stanley Cup over on top of my head.
Oh, okay, that's a different story.
Sucker.
I haven't been able to do that for 11 years.
Yeah,
At least I can say we've been there.
it's been about 7 months.
We've got one 7 months. Yeah, we don't like you here.
I know. I'm gonna be getting kicked off the show very soon.
Lots of comments rolling in over here on Facebook Live. As soon as I get to the bottom, I'll start reading them off.
All right, that sounds awesome.
Come on, here we go. All right, here we go. We're at the bottom. Tom Arnaud chiming in Hope he looked like he had a blast at the parade today.
Oh yeah, why wouldn't he?
I mean,
Best hair in the business. We got Jared Turner
Which
chiming
guy?
in.
Which guy?
It's not me. I'll tell you
I
that
don't know. I
much.
think he always says he gets best hair, but I'm best looking.
I'm not sure. We'll have to ask him.
I'm sure he's listening. So, Tom, give us your answer. Is it me or is it Maddie? Who is it? I gotta know.
The real question is, who's got the best stubble going on right now? That's the real question.
I'm digging Brian. It just looks like a mean, like
It is.
nice
It's
beard.
beautiful. It's the
Yeah.
only thing I have that I cherish.
Okay, so you have all the things in your house that you could possibly line up between television, heat and electricity, lights, car.
This can
and
keep me
it's
warm.
just the beard.
It's
That's
the
the
beard.
only
Keep me
thing
warm.
that matters.
It's a wonder.
It's
I
the
mean,
one
it just
thing that
changes
cannot
everything.
go.
It does.
He could be on the street living underneath a cardboard box, but as long as he's got that beard, that's all that matters.
That's all
at
that
the
It's
end
the
of
only
the
thing
day.
that matters to me right
That's
now.
all
Only
you
thing
need.
that
Is a little,
matters.
little fur on your chin and you're
Little fur,
warm
and I'm
all
warm.
day.
I'm good. We got Jared Turner chiming in. What's up, fellas? Fly, Eagles, fly. I knew there was going to be a Super Bowl in the 3 weeks in the NFL.
There you go.
I like it.
Mm.
I mean, we're not
That's-
NFL based, but that's awesome. I love it. I'm repping. I got my Eagles championship hat on. So, yeah.
All right,
We're cool
man.
there.
Riding with some confidence on that one. That's how you got to be right here in Philadelphia.
We got Jeff Podolak. I hope I said your name right. I was there repping section 224, top row.
Nice.
Hey, that's what's up, man.
There
Probably
you
pulled
go.
some change out of your pocket for that one. I'll tell you that much.
Eh?
Rob Povia. Rob, what's going on, brother? With the trade deadline approaching, do you think the Rangers will be buyers or sellers? Who do you think your respective team to pick up before the deadline?
Well, the Rangers.
Absolutely.
Rangers
are already
sellers.
saying
You
they're
know,
selling.
and
Yeah,
it's
they've already sailed
crazy.
this.
It's crazy that a couple weeks ago I was saying that this is the team we have to watch out for. Well, now we have to watch out to see who they're going to get rid of, because they've just fallen apart with these crucial injuries. That it's just
Now here's the
they've
thing.
pummeled.
Though. Here's the thing, though. Okay, out of all three of our prospective teams, now my team's a little bit of a, and the same thing with ours. We're a little cap strung.
Definitely.
How's Anaheim's cap looking?
We don't really have a spot for anybody right now. Everybody we have is producing.
Yeah, Jimmy finds a way to do it. I mean, we have a lot of
does,
young kids
yeah.
on the team, so they're not getting paid a lot.
They're
That is
definitely.
true.
I'm
Now-
definitely going in as Rangers as sellers because McDonough's on the block, Matt Zuccarello's on the block, Rick Nash is on the block.
Now
Rick
the-
Nash has already given his list of teams to be traded to.
Oh yeah.
Now,
I haven't
the
seen
one
that,
thing
but
that I got to ask,
definitely
though,
looking
gentlemen,
forward to that.
with all three of our teams, would you? I mean, to me, it just seems like an obvious choice if you're the GM picking up the phone and talking to New York, saying, "Hey, what teams did Nash say he wanted to go to? Because if that was one of us, then
Yeah.
let's make that shit happen like right now." You know?
I'm not worried too much for the Penguins anyway for Nash, because I feel like our Nash is a Kessel. So,
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
And I'm taking Kessel any day right now over Nash.
I would.
I
just-
want
yeah.
McDonough. I want a defenseman. I really want a defenseman. That's all I got to
You
say.
need a defenseman, and
We
a guy of
need-
McDonough's caliber will help that Pittsburgh defense.
That's, to me, our missing key is a veteran goaltender and a solid defenseman.
See, you know what the weird part is too is that would be the player I would like as well because of the young guys that we have on the team at defensive side. What better way than to have a leader like Ryan McDonough
Oh, yeah.
to be the
Oh,
captain of
definitely.
your defense? Like that
Definitely.
would be perfect.
Yeah.
Agreed. We have Michael Wesley Chromiak Chrome.
Yo, Chrome.
What's up, bro?
Chrome. A2D fam. Add the Flyers win. That's a cherry on the top of a wonderful day in the city of brotherly love. Have a great show, fellas. Go Birds. Go Fly, guys. I don't think I could have said that any better myself.
Hell yeah. Chrome keeping it real.
Chrome keeping it real. We got Jeff Podolak chiming back in. Jason Kelsey for mayor. Going back to his amazing speech that he made earlier. Mikey, you're going to like this one. Dave Karch. Hope I said your name right, Dave.
You said it right.
Love the jersey, Mikey. Go Pens.
Thanks, Uncle Dave.
Oh, that's not. Oh.
Damn, I got a lot.
Nicholas
of fans.
Conover chiming in saying, "Can I get a yeah, brother from Mike K?"
Yeah, brother.
Goes on to say, "Penguins Nation." Chrome chiming back in. Crosby seems like a power bottom.
I don't like you, Chrome.
No, you know what? Chrome's probably onto something there. I mean, that explains Malkin's surge. So, there you go.
Whatever it
It
takes.
explains
Whatever it
everything,
takes.
right?
I don't
Yeah.
care.
And
He
we
just,
got-
he just needs, sometimes you just got to stick something in somebody to get something out from a stick on the ice. That's all you need, really. at the
Hey,
end
I'm
of
not
the day.
touching
Listen,
that
man.
one.
Hottest guy in the league. Something's going on. in
Listen,
that
I'm
locker
not
room.
touching that one. But what I'm going to say to this is Zach Springer chiming in saying, "Yo, parade was lit." I wish I was there. Not gonna lie, blew it off. I had to get up way too early. Fuck that. No. No, I'm not getting up and being
This
in
may
the city
be
before
once
the
in a
sun has to get
lifetime.
up.
I'm just kidding. I think this is a
This is
dynasty in the making,
Yep.
honestly.
Zach, glad you had a good time. Hope everybody else there had a great time. Let's talk some hockey.
Yes,
Yeah. I
definitely.
mean, it'd be kind of funny, though, just to say one last thing. Wouldn't it be funny if the one team that took the longest to get a championship actually does go on to be the only dynasty that the city's really seen?
Well, the Patriots,
Like,
perfect
imagine
example.
that. Like,
Yeah.
imagine they wind up going on a tear and they win 2, 3, or 4 Super Bowls or something like that. Like, holy shit, where did this come from?
The Patriots. I don't want to keep cutting you off. I don't mean to
No,
do
no,
that.
go
But
right ahead.
the-
You know more about this than I ever will.
The
so
Patriots
go
are
right
the
ahead.
perfect example. Once Tom Brady came in to that organization, they didn't have any chips until he's there, and they come out with 5, and he's still got years to go. So
Well, it's the years that he wants to go,
yeah,
not necessarily years that he's
oh,
gonna go.
I don't know.
To-
During
to-
that game, I have to say
By-
he looked scared.
But by
He
the
did.
way,
He
by
looked
the-
scared,
by the
and
way,
I
though,
loved it.
And there's pressure.
One thing I will
Absolutely loved
say,
it.
one thing I will say about Tom Brady is he proved how much of a piece of shit he is. By the
And
way,
by the way, if you guys haven't noticed yet, I'm pointing it out now. Foles took over Tom Brady's spot.
he did. He did take.
I love
that.
it.
Not only in the Super Bowl, but on our goat wall.
On our goat wall. I love it.
I just realized
Absolutely
something.
loved it.
A lot
I
of green.
couldn't
We gotta
find.
get
I
some.
couldn't find.
Where's Recky?
Yeah, I couldn't find Recky. By the way, where the hell did he go? Like, did Rex maybe he went to the parade?
Maybe.
He probably
uh,
went to the
Probably
parade.
there.
Yeah, that's
Probably
probably
there.
what it
He's
is.
somewhere.
He went to the parade.
He went
That's
to the
only
parade,
reason
had a
why he's
little
not
too
here.
much to drink.
Well, yeah, well,
He's a little hungover. We'll let
yeah,
him sleep
you know
it
what?
off.
We'll let him sleep it off. We'll let him sleep it off. We'll bring him back next week.
You better
We
be
got
ready to
Malkin
go
today.
next week.
No. That's not an adequate replacement. No, not for Recky. No.
And it is his
no,
coach.
No. Who
Yeah.
cares? Who cares?
All right,
Recky
so
will-
back
Recky
to
was a fly.
I know we still got a couple weeks before, but I want to jump back to the trade deadline to Rob's question.
Oh, yeah,
Yeah.
the NBA was great today, by the way.
Interesting. All right.
It
back
was,
to what
it
you were
was.
saying,
Anyway.
Brian, yeah.
So anyway, NBA's a joke. Anyway,
All right, here I'll give him my.
I know how
prediction
much
right
you
now.
guys
so
love
Whatever
we're-
team with LeBron James wins the NBA championship. Back to you, Brian.
we okay. So we talked as the Rangers as sellers, and I think it's very clear and obvious that they're gonna be.
Yeah.
Any other teams you think that are fighting for that playoff spot that are just gonna
Carolina.
up?
Carolina.
Carolina's
I can see Carolina
sneaky,
being
man.
buyers.
Carolina.
They gave you guys a
might.
strong fight the
They
other
did,
night,
they did.
just losing in overtime.
But
I
you know
mean,
what? That's why it's so important that we won that
Yeah.
game because they are on everybody's ass right
Listen.
now. We needed to beat them.
They're not a bad team. The
No,
acquisition
they're
of
not.
bringing Justin Williams in was huge for this
Oh,
team
yeah.
and that offense.
He's an excellent veteran. You
yeah,
gotta
he's a
love
great
him.
leader.
But the thing that saved that game, Claude Giroux making that save.
Yes,
Oh, absolutely.
because that
He's-
was clear as day a
That's
goal.
probably one of the best defensive plays I've ever seen Claude Giroux ever
It
have.
might be the defensive play of the year.
You know, that was
honestly.
just absolutely phenomenal.
No,
Absolutely.
I wholeheartedly agree. He had another great night tonight.
Yeah.
He did. He absolutely scored a nice little goal. I mean, hell, man, Giroux. Anybody who ever wants to question why he's captain anymore can suck my dick. He deserves to be our captain. Take it or leave it.
No,
Simple as that.
I wholeheartedly agree. I've been saying this since the whole rumor of
Yeah.
stripping the C off him has been about. Like, why are you going to strip a guy?
Here,
He's the only one that goes out there and gives you 100% every night
Yeah.
unless he's hurt.
and here's the reason why. Again, we labeled him a superstar. He's not a superstar. He is a really great player, but he is not necessarily a superstar. He's our version of a superstar.
Yeah.
Because we don't really have anybody else who's on his level. Not right now, we don't. That doesn't mean that it isn't possible. One day, Nolan Patrick could be that next guy in line, or Travis Konechny if everything goes well and they turn out to be as good as we think they can be. Maybe then they'll be on Giroux's level. But right now, they're not. No one's really on his level currently.
Currently.
Not to say that won't happen.
Yeah. Up
you
and
know,
coming stars, that is, anyway.
Yeah, so that's the reason why we labeled him that. And now, of course, everybody and their mother hates it because, like, oh, well, then why hasn't he been able to, do what Eric Lindros could do? Or do it's like he wasn't
He's not
really
Eric.
that kind
he's
of
not
a player.
that player at all.
No.
He's not that player. That's the honest truth,
He's a guy that he's a selfless player that's gonna make everybody around him better, and
Yep.
he's showing that this year. And people say the same thing about Jake Voracek. Oh, Jake Voracek sucks. He shouldn't be on the Flyers. Flyers need to trade him ASAP. Meanwhile, his 50-plus assists right now are tops in the league.
But the thing, I mean, I said it too. Once I joined the show, that if there was one piece that you had to get rid of was Voracek, but only because of what you would get in return for him.
No,
But other than that, you can't get rid of him.
I agree with that.
Your best. Honestly, he's probably your best player right now.
no, I wholeheartedly agree. And you know what? I'm not getting rid of Jake Voracek right now.
You can't.
Not,
no,
the,
they're
not with the
fighting.
way he's dishing his
No,
with
no,
dishing
no,
the
no,
puck
no,
right
no,
now.
no.
And it's the fact
no.
that they are fighting for a spot. They're currently in a playoff position.
Now, currently,
So-
right now, the Flyers should not be. Really, they should not be buyers. And selling wise, I wouldn't necessarily tinker with this too much because it's working right now. Don't
Yeah.
fuck it up because if you do, then you're gonna have to explain why the fuck at the trade deadline you broke what was not broken, or you fixed what was not broken, and then you wound up out of the playoffs
Yeah.
because of it. You don't want to do that.
No. And
I'm with
dude,
you.
I'm with you.
100%. Yeah.
The one thing that I've been preaching for the last couple of years about Jake Voracek is he's a playmaker. He's not a scorer. Everybody wants him to be a 30, 40 goal scorer, and he's not. Now, granted, I can give you the fact that maybe he's getting paid a bit too much to be a playmaker, but
Probably.
that's the only argument you have. He's not worth the money. Okay, that's great. But he's still going to give you 50, 60, 70 points a season. He's looking like he's going to give you 80, maybe 90 this year with the rate he's going.
That is true.
First time all season, by the way.
Yeah, the Pittsburgh is now a +3 on
Plus
their goal
3.
differential.
Let's go.
They're finally in a plus
Hey,
margin.
it's about time you get there.
Jesus Christ. it's bad. Oh, man.
So let's take a quick look here at the standings so that way we can kind of gauge on who we think should be buyers and who should be sellers right now. So currently leading the Metropolitan Division in the East is the Washington Capitals, Pittsburgh Penguins in the second, New Jersey Devils in the third. But currently, let me see how close that third spot is because that third spot, yeah, it's pretty close. I mean, the Devils are only ahead of the Flyers by 1 point. And so if the Devils decide to take another loss, the Flyers could jump them. We'll see.
Yeah.
And in the Atlantic, Tampa Bay is leading. I highly doubt they will be
Plus
removed
52.
from that spot at all for the rest of the year, even though Boston is in second. Boston is behind them at 74 points to 77. I highly doubt Tampa's getting removed from number one.
No,
I highly
there's
doubt
no
that.
way.
Yeah.
There's no way. They're too good of a hockey team.
Yeah, and as for Toronto, they are third currently. And then in the wild card, we have Philadelphia at the one wild card spot. Columbus is in the second wild card spot, and we have a pretty okay lead on them. We have a lead on them by about three points. So that not comfortable, but it's better than 2. I'll take that.
It's really like a 1.5 point lead. because
About
they have-
that, but
They have a game less than you, so.
That is true. Anyway.
That's like we have a game more than you guys, so if you won, you would be tied, but obviously we own the tiebreaker right now.
Before we jump on to the next team, I want to read one of the comments that just came in.
Sure.
We got Greg Malakovic chiming in. What's up, fellas? Greg, what's going on, brother? What a day for this city. And the Flyers finish it off with a W. Yes, I do believe the top line can continue. Tough stretch coming up out west.
It is.
Let's stay hot.
That is right. Let's stay hot, man. You keep getting on these hot streaks. If you could have your win streaks outnumber your losing streaks, or actually just eliminate losing streaks together, at the most you lose is 2 in a row, then you're doing something right. You
Yeah,
know, if at
definitely.
most you're
Not
losing,
10.
yeah, not 10, not 10.
We don't want to go back to that
But
again.
you know what though?
Nah.
but you know what? I will say this: look at the resilience of the team, though.
Oh,
after,
no,
After
absolutely.
having that terrible month where we think, oh my
Absolutely.
God, is this thing gonna just fall right apart at the
Well-
seams? And they got it right back the fuck together. The wheels were about to fall off,
Yeah.
and they put
Well,
it back
like-
together. And
like I
now they're
said-
riding pretty high right now.
Like I said, though, during that bad streak, they were losing games in overtime, so
They
they,
were-
really weren't losing too many spots.
they weren't.
Yeah,
but
they
the-
lost
No,
10
they were still
games,
getting points in
but
those
they were
games.
still getting
They-
points. That's
they-
the main thing.
They were. It's just that you don't want to build that culture of,
No.
oh, fuck, we're going to lose this.
Yeah,
you know, like
but,
that's
I
not what
mean-
you want to do. And luckily they snapped it, and man, they went on a tear in the month
Yeah.
of December. And they kept going on it. Now we're in January, and the most
February.
that they've lost straight is 3. And they've managed to recover from that pretty
Yeah.
handily,
Oh,
beating
yeah,
a team
definitely.
they needed to beat. And also beating a team that you should beat
Yeah.
tonight. So
Oh, yeah, no
that's
doubt.
good. That's great recovery right there.
No, I agree.
Now-
Wholeheartedly.
Yeah.
They need to find another tear like that in the rest of this month, maybe March, maybe April, if they really want to compete for a spot.
Yeah, and I think they can. If they can hit their stride against a couple of tough opponents and really get themselves motivated, beat the teams you're supposed to beat.
Yeah.
Don't lose to the Ottawa Senators. By the way,
Who are actually playing pretty damn good lately.
they are, but you know what? That still doesn't make up for an excuse. They
Offense is
are one
starting
of
to
the
click.
worst teams in the league. You're supposed to pound on them and beat them. You were on your ice. There's no excuse for that.
Yeah.
You got to beat those bad teams when they come into your building. You can't take losses like that.
I'm
That
with
is
you.
unacceptable.
I'm with you.
Anyway, out to the west, into the standings, the Central Division, Nashville, Winnipeg, St. Louis. They are leading the way there.
Yeah. Mike
This-
Fisher out of retirement.
Yeah, coming
Yeah.
right out. Yeah, actually, that is true. That's a big thing. Mike Fisher deciding he's got a little bit more left in him, and he's going to make
My
another
man
go
got
for
bored.
it. Might have. I mean, I don't know.
Harry's on the
let's-
road performing. He's
Yeah,
just sitting at home with the
he-
kids like,
he can't- he
screw
can't-
my life.
Yeah.
I got to get back.
Yeah, you can't tap that every day, so you know what? He's like, hey, you know what? I might as well just go back to hockey. There's
got
nothing to do here at the
Yeah.
house. Since she's not here, there really is nothing to do, literally. So I might as well go back to the
I was
rink.
going to say something similar, but you guys, you're fine.
covered
You guys
it.
are good.
We covered it, yeah.
We covered it good.
Never
You're
fear,
good.
Brian. We're here. We got this. It's okay, Brian. You can relax.
I
Let
still
your hair
can't
down.
believe when
I know it's hard, but you know,
I
just
don't know how to relax. I'll be
you
honest.
don't.
with
You don't.
No.
You got like ADHD. You just got
Something like that.
yeah, hyper interactiveness with everything. All right.
I still can't believe Winnipeg
I know.
is right there. They're
second in
tied
the
for first, really.
And
It's
look
just
at who
they
their
are.
goaltender is. The one guy that people were chasing out of town.
Hella
Steve
back,
Mason,
yeah. Well,
No,
Steve
Steve Mason.
and
Nah,
Hella
yeah.
back too has been
Well,
playing
yeah,
good.
it's been a
It's been a
Well,
tangent.
split
do,
job, but even still
By the way, Brian Elliott coming back from the flu. Great job from him, by the way.
tonight, tonight and the other
a
night.
phenomenal job after
Yeah,
recovering.
only
Great.
3 goals allowed, 28 shots. It's pretty solid.
That's good for
Very
coming off
solid
of the
night.
flu.
Yeah.
Montreal had a lot of opportunities in this game tonight that they should have scored on, but Brian Elliott was right there.
Mhm.
Yep. Absolutely.
Definitely.
Now, on to the Pacific.
Mm.
The Las Vegas Golden Knights, it's still crazy. They are still leading the damn division. 74 points, by the way, and San Jose is nowhere freaking near them. They are 10 points away from that. Calgary is tied with San Jose currently for the second spot. And now to the wild card, it's Dallas and Los Angeles. But it's pretty close.
It's
So
very
I'm
close.
I can see-
it's okay. It's pretty close.
No,
it's pretty
the
close.
Pacific is, I believe, the entire Pacific Division has winning records. Correct me if I'm wrong.
Yeah, let's see here. Los Angeles 29-19, 20. Yeah, it's looking like that. Yeah, pretty much.
So it's like the Central Division. It's going to be a run all the way through.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now Dallas I see as being buyers. LA I can see being buyers. Anaheim might make a move or two, but I wouldn't necessarily call them buyers. They'll definitely get a rental player. Who? Not sure yet, but
Well, do you see them really talking to New York?
I mean, I could see him talking to New York with the talent that they have available, but they're gonna look at guys who are probably gonna have a 1-year rental. Like, I could see Rick Nash being an option for the Ducks.
Yeah, I was
Because
gonna
he's
think
on the
that.
last year of his contract.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was thinking that, and you could probably get him, and if he performs well enough, you might consider keeping him around for maybe a year or two, just to see. if
Not even.
maybe,
You let him
know,
finish
like-
out the contract, see if you can make that push in the playoffs, help him. You know,
That's
help
what it
him
is.
help
I mean,
with
you
the
guys-
push to the playoffs.
You guys right now are 1 point out of a playoff spot.
that. Yeah,
So-
I mean,
Yeah, I mean, we stick him on the third line, put Perry back on the
Yeah.
fourth line, or maybe keep Perry where he is. That
Just
first line's been hot.
Spread out the all-stars.
yeah.
You know?
I mean, and by the
Sometimes
way,
that's what you got to do. I mean,
No, absolutely. I mean, look
Malkin was rocking the third line a couple times.
Yeah.
So I mean,
Well, here, look at the centerman for the Anaheim Ducks. Just as an example, it's Ryan Getzlaf on the first line,
yeah, you're not moving.
Ryan Kessler on the second line, Adam Henrique on the third line. All guys are producing.
Mm-hmm.
So I mean, you got to the
Yeah.
third line. A lot of people see the third line as a checking line. Yeah, depending on the setup that you have, I could see that. But in Anaheim, no, that's
Yeah.
a third scoring line because you have all your scoring spread out,
Yeah.
Well,
and you're
really-
getting goals
Oh,
from all 3
definitely.
and 4
Well,
lines.
well, really, the truth is, though, even though Anaheim doesn't have a checking line, they have enough big bodies to where they'll literally throw the body around with anybody.
Oh, absolutely.
Anaheim does
they
it
don't
every
even-
time.
Right, and they don't even have a big. Some of the guys aren't even big bodies. Josh Manson isn't a big body.
But he still throws it around.
Right, and he throws it around good.
Yeah.
Corey Perry's not a big body. He throws it around. Ryan Getzlaf isn't a huge body. He throws it around. So,
Yeah.
I mean, we got guys who can throw the weight around and play physical So that way, we have the 3 scoring lines.
The one thing, though, that's great about Anaheim, though, is that not only can they throw that body around, the big bodies can also score, too.
Right.
So it's just like, damn, like, that's the perfect setup you can ask for. If you could get a big body to throw the weight around, throw somebody off of them, and still manage to score a goal at the same time, that's the perfect hockey player right there. He can play big and score goals.
I want to jump back to the Flyers real quick because of this comment from Brian Geese. He says, we lost to the Coyotes the last time we played them when they were 0-10, referring to the Flyers when they were 0-10.
Yeah.
We can't afford to take them lightly again. I agree
No.
wholeheartedly. You should never take any team in the
No.
NHL lightly.
No, absolutely not. Because on any given day, you can lose
Dude,
to anybody.
They're hot. They're 2-5-3 in their last 10. They're hot though. Watch out. That's a streak, man.
For them,
four
yes.
losses in a row. That's not bad.
The streak.
It's
we win
not-
one more.
Yeah.
It's considered a winning streak.
Currently it's 2-3, by the way, in their game against Minnesota. But
Gonna take another L there.
Arizona has yet to crack the 20 mark in wins. They are a minus 64 in their goal
That's
differential.
not bad. Dude, I can't believe Chicago.
No, that's not bad. That's fucking putrid.
That's crazy.
Oh man, I think it's the worst team in like the last like
The
8, 10
organization
years.
is shit.
It has
That's
to
why I
be.
said to move them before they even freaking like bring in a new team.
And
you
But
the
know?
here's
sad-
the thing. You gotta,
no.
some of those changes should probably be made in the front office before you consider moving a team.
Well, you
Yeah.
know what the sad part of it is too? It just kind of just makes you shake your head in just disbelief and just shame
Yeah.
on the league that they moved the team out of Winnipeg to become this. You know, it's just like, wow.
Yeah.
You took
now
a
look at Winnipeg.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah. No, I mean, think about it. Like, you look at Arizona. They've put out good product.
Oh yeah.
But the problem, I think, is necessarily
Well, it's
maybe more
They
scouting.
can't afford it either.
Well,
because
no.
They have no fan base.
No.
Literally no fan base.
Well, it's
at
because you
all.
put a bullshit product out on the ice. No one's gonna go watch it.
You put a hockey team in the desert.
Well, here's the thing. The only reason
It's
why
working
that
in
team-
Las Vegas.
well,
That's
okay,
different.
Hold on.
It's a very touristy area.
I'm going to say this again.
Fair
it's still
enough.
initial.
I'll give you that one.
If we still haven't passed the initial buzz period, I'm still waiting for that for me.
Yeah.
Jury's still out for me on that one. Now, as for the Coyotes, the reason why that team was even good at any point was because they had laid the foundation in Winnipeg for so long that they still managed to keep some good teams going. Plus, when you have guys like Jeremy Roenick and Rick Tocchet who are performing very well after their hype period, you would say, into the Coyotes' early existence, it kind of helps the team just a little bit. It never got them any further than the first round. They'd always get eliminated pretty quickly. But other than that, though, they still managed to make the playoffs. That's the only reason why the Coyotes were relevant. And then after that, they've sucked ever since. So,
Yeah. I mean, that's pretty true. It doesn't help, since they changed the uniforms.
that too, I
I
think that
love
has something
the
to do
old
with it. They should bring back those
uniform.
old jerseys. I will say this. That is one of the few jerseys I was really annoyed that they changed. Like, it was so
And the
freaking
Ducks.
cool.
I love the Mighty Duck jersey.
Yeah, we all love the
Well,
Mighty Duck
unfortunately, with the sell of the team.
jerseys. Yeah, that is no
Stupid
longer
Disney.
owned by Disney. However, they do have the logo. They've used it on jerseys. So
Yeah, I mean, we have the rights to the logo. We just don't have the rights to the name or the colors
well, you don't have to
anymore.
call yourself the Mighty Ducks. You can just bring the logo back. Literally.
I think that's a plan. I'm not
Really?
100% sure on that. I think that's a plan. I hear rumors that the Ducks are getting new uniforms next year.
Really?
They're going to be
This was one of my favorite Penguins uniforms.
I like
Oh,
those
yeah.
uniforms. Yeah.
the 2000
love-
Penguins jerseys where it's got the
love
Penguins
those
logo and it's
jerseys.
just
It's got that cool
streaks.
sci-fi kind
Yeah.
of appeal to it. That was a pretty neat jersey. I don't
I
think
did like that. That was back when Tom Barrasso finished up his career.
Yeah, actually, they were wearing that jersey
those
the
jerseys.
first time Mario Lemieux retired.
The first.
Actually.
Yeah. What a
Oh yeah.
shame.
By the way, if anyone who says Philadelphia fans are scumbags, just look that part up in history. You'll find out real quick how wrong you actually are.
Yeah.
But anyway, so with that being said, let's take a look here. Buyers and sellers. Currently, right now, because the Flyers are cap strung, I'm not going to say they're buyers. I wouldn't even say they're sellers. They're kind of just going to have to ride it and see where they go. Just because of logistical reasons. But not only that, too, if it's working, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. It is working right now.
Yeah.
And you should continue to see where it goes. If it doesn't work at the end of the year and you kind of scale out and you tip out and you just miss it by a little bit, which is pretty much what would happen if they were to miss, then you're like, all right, we do need a little something. But you don't need any drastic changes. So that's the thing that is good. And they've proven that you don't need any drastic changes. So there's really no need for it.
I say the defense is fine. To me, I personally think you guys need like a solid third line scorer.
I would say that
But
wholeheartedly.
that's about it.
Yeah.
Like I said, I love the defense in Philly.
All right, defense has been good.
Defense is good. Goaltending's been solid. First two lines solid. Back end, it's shaky.
Yeah, you definitely need a couple bottom
Yeah.
six players. But you know how Ron Hextall is. He's not going to make a trade unless he absolutely has to. If
Yeah.
it absolutely fits
Yeah.
the system.
Yeah, I mean, if he's going to make any kind of trade at all, it'll be a player that we don't even see all that often. He's like a scratch half the time. It's just like, we're just trading him for like a pick. That's all we're really doing during the trade deadline, which I guess would be the only thing we'll see.
When is the deadline, by the way?
I believe it's March 1st.
Okay.
Yeah, so it's coming. It's coming up. It'll be here before you know it. Literally, it will be here before you know it.
3 weeks away.
Yeah. So, with that being said, though, we go into Columbus. Do you think that they're buyers? Because I think they kind of are.
I think they could be.
Yeah.
Definitely. They're just shaky. I mean, they were top of the division earlier.
They
this year.
were, and now they've kind of fallen down back to earth here.
Yeah, they've kind of shit the bed a little
Yeah,
bit.
Drastically,
I think
by the
losing
way.
Brennan Saad in that trade with Chicago kind of hurt.
Did hurt.
But
yeah.
you know, Artem Panarin has been decent in Columbus. He's been a good addition to the Blue Jackets, but losing Saad, you're losing 20, 25 goals, 30 goals.
Yeah.
And rumor has it Chicago's shopping him again.
Well, I mean, Chicago's got to do something because they're on the outside looking in currently.
I think they're sellers.
They have to be. No, they absolutely have to be.
I think their window's closed. I think they need to sell that team.
Uh,
Well, not the team, but
obviously not the major.
for those of you who are just starting hockey, I don't mean actually sell the team.
I don't think we need to worry about that. I don't think Chicago's going to actually go anywhere ever. I mean, even when they really sucked and when they couldn't even get on television because they still had the blackout rule in effect. Oh my God, that's pretty bad though. When you're that bad and your city still has the blackout rule in effect and they still enforce it because your team sucks that bad. Oh my God.
There was a long time I thought the Blackhawks were just never gonna be good again,
Yeah.
like
Sure.
the '90s,
Yeah.
2000.
After like that hype period in the 80s when they had Jeremy Roenick and a really phenomenal team and they would just trash and shit all over the St. Louis Blues the whole time, which is what they would do every freaking year.
Real quick, though, going back to the Rangers, I'm reading up a little more about how they're obviously sellers now, and I'm reading the article saying, to the fans that they were given that, listen, we're definitely sellers. We're in rebuild mode right now. The only two players on that team with a no movement clause, Mark Stahl and Henrik Lundqvist.
Now,
They basically said everybody else is available, and you got guys like
they're doing a clearance sale. Wow.
Yeah, they're
Damn.
breaking it down. They're gonna set up shop somewhere else.
Rick Nash, Michael Grabner, David Desharnais, and Nick Holden are all
Okay.
guys that are free agents at the end of the season. So they're definitely movable pieces right there.
Well, here's what if I had my choice too, I would make a move on David Desharnais besides Ryan McDonough. Those would be the two guys I'd go after.
I thought David Desharnais went to. I thought he was in Edmonton.
Is
I
he
don't-
currently?
Is he? Because this article came out 8 hours ago, so I'm assuming.
Maybe somebody else. He meant somebody else and said Desharnais.
Yeah, and then this
He
one.
may have.
It's possible Desharnais in New York and I just missed it. That's actually
But they're saying
very
even
plausible.
bigger pieces that could also be priced free include Matt Zuccarello, Jesper Fast,
Now
Kevin
that's,
Shattenkirk, and McDonough.
You know what? We can actually have fun with this.
Mhm.
What we'll do is when we come back from break, keep that up.
Okay.
We're going to take the salary cap away. And we're going to say, okay, we're the GM. Who are we going to grab out of what is available in this clearance sale that the New York Rangers are having right now? And then I'll ask another question to you guys and let it simmer throughout the break. Should the Rangers go to Lundqvist and Mark Stahl and say, will you waive your no movement clause? Because if you're really going to rebuild, Henrik Lundqvist is an aging goalie. He probably wants a Stanley Cup before he retires. You could probably get a pretty good something back for him. because he does perform very well. And if he has a phenomenal playoffs, he could very easily win a team a Stanley Cup. Would you walk up to him and say, hey, listen, we love you. You've done so much for us. We're not the team to get you a Stanley Cup. Waive your no movement clause, and we'll find you a team that can accomplish this goal for you. Let that simmer for you guys during the break, and ask yourself, where would you consider putting him? Who would you call? Who would be the first team you would find on the phone? On the other side, we will get into those questions. We'll take the salary cap away, and we'll have a little bit of fun of fantasy play. That is on the other side. But first, let's talk to you all about Gibson Mayer LLC, your certified public accountants. They are located in Oxford Valley Road, 301 Oxford Valley Road in Yardley, PA. You can give them a call, 215-369-3300. Guess what? It's that season time, folks. It's time to file your taxes. Don't do it alone, because you know what? You could easily misfile and have to owe the government money you actually don't owe, and you should actually deserve money. I made that mistake once. I will never make it again. Go to Gibson Mayer. They will take care of that and make sure that does not happen to you. So be ready, be prepared, get Gibson Mayer. This is the Hockey Happy Hour on A2JRadio.com. Don't go anywhere, folks. We're just getting started, and we'll be right back right after this.
Hi, folks. Bob Mannery here. You're listening to A2D Radio, real sports talk radio for the fans, by the fans, no agenda. These guys are the best in the business. Hashtag it. No notes.
A2DRadio.com is sponsored by the Sports Outlet for all your sporting needs. Located 703 Black Horse Pike in Glendora, New Jersey. Give them a call at 856-939-2030 or email them at sportsoutletnj@comcast.net or visit them on the web at www.sportsoutletinc.com for all your sporting needs. The Sports Outlet.
A2DRadio.com is proudly sponsored by Gibson Mayer LLC Certified Public Accountants. Gibson Mayer, located in Yardley, PA, is a leading accounting and business consulting firm with a proven track record of handling critical issues with expertise across many different industries, including construction, distribution, hospitality, manufacturing, real estate, service trades, merchandising, professional services, and professional athletes. Give them a call at 215-369-3300. That's 215-369-3300. Your initial consultation is always free, and if you tell them that Tom and Mike from AM and the PM sent you, you'll receive 15% off all income tax services completed by February 15th. That's Gibson Mayer LLC Certified Public Accountants, 215-369-3300, or visit them on the web at www.gibsonmayer.com. That's gibsonmayer.com.
Hey, do you need to get your skills in shape, then contact the Scanzano Sports Center, located at 5 Carnegie Plaza in Cherry Hill, New Jersey. You can give them a call at 856-889-3434 or visit them on the web at www.scanzanosports.com. John Scanzano offers individual, semi-private, and team training lessons in hitting, pitching, catching, outfield, along with turf rentals. The Scanzano Sports Center is equipped with a 31,000 square foot indoor facility, 4 batting cages, and a 4,000 square foot strengthening and conditioning room. So what are you waiting for? Contact the Scanzano Sports Center today.
You're listening to the Hockey Happy Hour, only on A2DRadio.com.
Hi.
A2DRadio.com is sponsored by the Sports Outlet for all your sporting needs. Located 703 Black Horse Pike in Glendora, New Jersey. Give them a call at 856-939-2030 or email them at sportsoutletnj@comcast.net or visit them on the web at www.sportsoutletinc.com for all your sporting needs. The Sports Outlet.
A2DRadio.com is proudly sponsored by Gibson Mayer LLC Certified Public Accountants. Gibson Mayer, located in Yardley, PA, is a leading accounting and business consulting firm with a proven track record of handling critical issues with expertise across many different industries, including construction, distribution, hospitality, manufacturing, real estate, service trades, merchandising, professional services, and professional athletes. Give them a call at 215-369-3300. That's 215-369-3300. Your initial consultation is always free, and if you tell them that Tom and Mike from AM and the PM sent you, you'll receive 15% off all income tax services completed by February 15th. That's Gibson Mayer LLC Certified Public Accountants, 215-369-3300, or visit them on the web at www.gibsonmayer.com. That's gibsonmayer.com.
Hey, do you need to get your skills in shape? Then contact the Scanzano Sports Center, located at 5 Carnegie Plaza in Cherry Hill, New Jersey. You can give them a call at 856-889-3434 or visit them on the web at www.scanzanosports.com. John Scanzano offers individual, semi-private, and team training lessons in hitting, pitching, catching, outfield, along with turf rentals. The Scanzano Sports Center is equipped with a 31,000 square foot indoor facility, 4 batting cages, and a 4,000 square foot strengthening and conditioning room. So what are you waiting for? Contact the Scanzano Sports Center today.
You're listening to the Hockey Happy Hour, only on A2DRadio.com.
Hi, folks. Bob Mannery here. You're listening to A2D Radio, real sports talk radio for the fans, by the fans, no agenda. These guys are the best in the business. Hashtag it. No notes.
all the girlies say we're pretty fly for 3 white guys. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the Hockey Happy
Hell
Hour.
yeah.
We are live
We made it.
from the BMW of Atlantic City Studios here in Mount Ephraim, New Jersey. Brought to you by Sports Outlet for all your sporting needs. Located at 703 Black Horse Pike in Glendora, New Jersey. You can give them a call at 856-939-2030. You can email them at sportsoutletnj@comcast.net or visit them on the web at www.sportsoutletinc.com.
Gets harder and harder.
It just elevates. It becomes from just a little nudge to a hockey check. Then it'll be a football.
Next, I'm going through the board.
All right.
Seen that happen once, by the way.
What?
Awesome.
What? Seeing somebody go through the boards?
Yeah.
I have an interesting question for you
Right
guys.
through the glass, actually.
Yes.
Coming from our YouTube
Hey.
comments,
Oh, good.
Alfredo Santos wants to know, why does the NHL RU location to Seattle Pacific doesn't need more teams? I'm assuming he's asking why is the NHL looking to branch out and expand to Seattle?
Well, there's 2 reasons for that, and it's a very simple word. Gary Bettman. Actually, the major reason why is because they unevenly decided to distribute the teams because they took 2 teams out of the West, one team that should have never left the Western Conference, and a team that probably benefits leaving the Western
Are we
Conference.
talking Detroit?
No, actually Columbus. Columbus should have never
Columbus,
should have never left the West, man. Their rivalries were over there, man.
Yeah.
Who could have ever forgot their epic rivalry where they missed the playoffs
Yeah.
after losing to Chicago at the very last game of the year when
Wait,
they knew they
Columbus-
were never going to make it.
Columbus
you know?
was a West Coast team when they first came in, weren't they?
They were in the Western
Dude, and
Conference.
it's
So
weird.
who was the East?
In the East.
Oh,
in the-
Atlanta.
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 Because,
Yeah.
that wonderful experiment that it pretty much was
What
an
a joke.
experiment. That
What
was.
an absolute
No,
joke.
it worked. It worked exactly to plan. It got him back to Winnipeg.
Winnipeg.
That is
Yeah.
true. It did actually work in the grand scheme of things. The team went back to Canada, so there you go.
Doing circles.
So, and actually, Atlanta has the distinction of being a 2-time failure at having an NHL franchise
They're
because
just a failure as a
and
city.
they lost
28-3.
bo-
I mean, come on.
That's true. And and they also lost that Super Bowl to Tom Brady, by the
Yeah.
way. And besides that, yeah, we don't mean to kick dirt on Atlanta, but you know what? Everybody does. So there you go.
Mike Foster just became my new best friend.
Why?
Yeah,
what
I
did he
saw
say?
that.
He commented on Facebook.
That's why I was
He
laughing.
commented on Facebook Live, and as much as everyone else who's out there listening should, Crosby is a salami smuggler.
Oh, that's
Oh,
great.
Mike, that was great. If you want, dude, keep them coming. Keep all the Crosby jokes coming.
You have officially won the comments for the evening, good sir.
Tom Arnone also chiming in back on Facebook Live, the city of winners.
Hell yes.
I like that. It's got a
Hell
nice ring to it.
yes, It is. It's got a real nice ring to it. And then hopefully we can take the city of winners and be city of champions.
That's what we said when the Penguins and the Steelers won the Stanley
Shut
Cup
up.
and the
Aren't
Super Bowl
you-
in
Shut
the
up.
same year.
Well,
Shut up.
aren't
We
you
don't want to hear
special?
about it. We don't want to
saying.
hear. We don't want to hear about the Steel City. Please don't.
2009 was a pretty good year.
No. 2009 is something that I have beratedly tried to get out of my mind, just like the last 2 years of hockey. Please do not bring it back up.
I'm sorry.
Took years of therapy to get rid of that. Anyway, and it's still not gone. Damn it!
Sitting there like, oh
It's-
my God, 2009.
It's just, it's like, just literally.
Well,
see me huddled in the
Crosby
corner,
skated
just-
up, and he hit the high slot. It was just...
I couldn't take it anymore. I had to just change the channel. I had to watch it all.
Crosby score!
I had to watch a marathon of Family Guy to get it out of my head. I couldn't imagine it anymore. No, please don't Crosby. Not the top shelf. Not the top shelf, please.
Sounds like...
Somebody chop his ankle, please. Somebody. Damn it, Detroit. You failed us again. Damn it. Oh, well.
Oh, well.
Oh, well.
Yay.
Hey, awkward silence.
Yeah. I was looking down because I didn't have my Malkin with the Stanley Cup patch on it. I was just seeing
Thank the
if
Christ. Anyway.
I'll wear my Crosby one next week just for you.
No. Please
Which
no.
one? Do you want the gold or do you want the old colors here?
Do the piss yellow one.
You
All
want
right.
piss yellow? All right,
Yeah,
we'll
go
make
with
it,
piss yellow.
Make it nice and bright in here for
Yeah,
you.
there you go.
Fingers crossed I'll have my new jersey.
Hey.
show.
What is that, a Ducks jersey?
Of course.
Who is it?
Cam Fowler.
Camp
Nice.
Foul. All right, nice. Like it. Excellent choice. All
I
right.
thought so.
It is. It is.
He's
an
the one that's
going to
be there the longest.
Yeah, it's true.
Time for
Excellent
another 8
choice,
years.
though. Definitely an excellent choice. All right, so before we returned, we dropped a question,
Yes, we
and
did.
we were going to have a little fun with it, and that was, when you are the New York Rangers, would you or would you not, and this goes to apply to Mark Stahl as well, but we're going to focus on Henrique at first because he's obviously the big star.
Yes. Bigger one of the two, definitely.
Out of the two, yes. But the one
Franchise
that you
guy.
think of when you think of the New York Rangers currently is Henrik Lundqvist. So you walk up to the king himself, and you say to him, in an Elvis tone, by the way,
Thank you very much.
you say, now listen.
But let's get you the fuck out of here.
Yeah.
All right?
Well, listen, man, I'm going to send you to Nashville, man. Sorry.
I'll send you back home.
Just send you back home. Thank you very much. All right. So you walk up to Henrik Lundqvist, and you say to himself, we love you. You did everything for us. You got us to a Stanley Cup final. Unfortunately, we are not the team to win you that Stanley Cup final. We know you have a no movement clause. We're asking, would you like to waive it? And if you do, because we know you want a cup, what team do you want us to send you to? And what team would you consider sending him to? What team would be the team that you first pick up the phone and say, hey, listen, Henrik waived his no movement clause. We're looking to shop him around. Who are you calling?
All right, in the mind of Henrik, I want you to play Henrik, all right?
Okay.
Oh, let me.
Do you want to be a backup? Honestly. Honestly. Be honest with me.
See,
Do you want to be a backup and have a chance to win a Stanley Cup?
No.
No? Okay.
No.
Then I'm not sending you to the team that I would consider Tampa Bay, where everybody who used to play for the Rangers goes
to, yes.
So you'd be playing with old boy
Well,
Callie.
It makes sense. They have a timeshare salesman who's in the Tampa area. He sells those timeshares, so it makes sense. The guys are getting old. They want to retire. So they're like, all right, here, you got a timeshare in Tampa.
Well,
go down, enjoy playing some hockey.
Considering that I do have another team on the phone that might let you start.
What team is this?
I'm going Toronto.
Sign me up. I get to play in front of Austin Matthews. I'll go with that.
I think, I mean, they're a team looking to me, honestly. I think they can make a good push, and I think having a secure, to me, goaltender would be more of Henrik Lundqvist.
No, actually, that's a
So,
smart idea.
And the thing is, though, they're young. They could get a piece for him
Absolutely.
that they could afford.
Yeah.
So,
I mean, that's a smart idea because you think about it. You put a solid veteran goalie, plenty of playoff experience, has an Eastern Conference championship under his belt, put him in that net in front of the young guys, and it really builds confidence in a team like that. Going into the playoffs saying, we got Henrik Lundqvist on our net. We don't need to worry about it. We can play solid defense. And even if we do fuck up, we know the Kings got it.
Mm-hmm.
So we'll be fine. That will just add such a great spark to that young team. If Henrik plays like his old self in the playoffs, holy shit, Toronto's going to be terrible to deal with. Just
I mean,
an absolute nightmare to deal with in the playoffs.
there are just two teams in the East that I could think of that are playoff push that, well, obviously, I'm saying set in stone. Tampa Bay is in the playoffs. But,
well, yeah.
you know, Toronto trying to definitely
Solidify
set it in stone,
yeah.
you know, and I think that Toronto could be a nice
Could
spot
put
for
them
him.
over the edge on that one. You are right there.
I kind of disagree with both of those teams.
Oh,
Freddie Anderson's
really?
already been proven that he can play in the playoffs.
Yeah, but
And then with he's not going to play back up to Tampa Bay. They want to run with Andrei Vasilevsky. He's been playing phenomenal all season
I
long.
totally understand that, but I'm just saying in the fact that asking King right here, do you want to win a cup? And to me, could you imagine having to play a team that has Vasilevsky and Henrik?
But I have a better team.
All right,
I
hit
have a
me.
better team in mind.
Please tell me.
King. I have the GM of the Colorado Avalanche
Ooh, okay.
on the phone right now. He wants you. He thinks you could be that push. They're 2 points out of a wild card spot. They have a solid defense playing in front of them right now. You could probably be the
Interesting.
starter over Semyon Varlamov
anybody.
and
could.
Jonathan Bernier. What do you think? Would you waive your no trade clause and go to Colorado?
Well,
It might not be a chance to get a cup, but if they can get to the playoffs, they can make a push if they have a guy like Henrik
They
Lundqvist.
How about this? This is a little bit crazy, but what if on the phone you have Winnipeg's GM? Now, I know they're getting good play from both Hellebuck and Steve Mason, but adding Henrik Lundqvist to that team with the way they're playing right now, they could very easily be unstoppable. I mean, think about that, because, in the first round, if the playoffs were to start at this moment and the standings stayed where they are, they're facing St. Louis in the first round.
Yes.
I actually could see Winnipeg beating St. Louis.
I could see him beating St. Louis right now with the team they have.
Yeah, but that's my point. They could beat St. Louis, go to the next round, and then your real opponent would be Tuukka Rask against the Nashville Predators. And I think Henrik Lundqvist obviously could go toe-to-toe with Tuukka Rask. And
Agreed.
if they get past Nashville, they may face a Vegas team. Because that's what I'm thinking. They would wind up having to face the Golden Knights. And it would be Fleury versus Lundqvist, a guy who he's seen before. So it's not out of the stretch of the imagination that if you put him in net in Winnipeg, that could put that team over the edge to possibly make a run to a Stanley Cup final. Would they win the Cup is another story. But I could actually see them pulling that off if they have a guy like Lundqvist in net. Because if he pulls off an amazing run in the postseason, it'd be very hard. It'd be very, very hard to compete with him.
No, I agree. I see exactly where you're coming from. But again, it's a situation where you have that platoon going that's working.
It is.
It's that. It's
Yeah,
like
and
what you were saying earlier, Matty. It's if it's not broke, don't fix it.
Yeah.
That's true, but I'm looking at it from that. It's just on the side of it, like, Lundqvist, if he's not, and also we also have to take into account his length of his contract still, which actually we should probably pull up because that's something we have to take into consideration too. Because if he has a longer term on his contract,
I want to say he's got 2 years left.
2 years isn't long. All right, so
2 or 3
yeah,
years.
okay, so that 2 or 3 that actually heavily favors Colorado. Heavily favors your point on Colorado right there.
Yeah, because I'm looking at the standings. I'm trying to figure out, who's really having goaltender issues. Nobody really in the East that's in contention.
Not currently.
Maybe the Islanders, but I don't see the Rangers trading him to a
No,
division
they're not going to
competitor
trade him
like
to the Islanders.
No.
Absolutely
and
not.
a team that, to me, they can make a push. There's no doubt in my mind that offense is good enough to make a push. The rest of them, defense and goaltending, is scary. I don't think he would want to go to a team. I mean, he could definitely bolster them a little bit, but
I mean, you can maybe make an argument for Minnesota,
You could with Devin Dubnyk.
but Devin Dubnyk's been playing fairly well all season long. Not as good as he was last year, but he's still playing solid.
Yeah.
Well, how about Calgary?
They just got Mike Smith.
That's true. They did just get Mike Smith. Yeah.
I thought about him.
forgot.
I'm like,
yeah.
maybe you swap Mike Smith and. Nah, you see, I think Colorado's in a situation where they can give him a young goalie.
yeah.
That
They
is
can
true.
send maybe Semyon Varlamov back or Jonathan Bernier back because the Rangers are rebuilding. They're going to retool. They're going to come back next year.
Bernier was number 3 player in a month. I don't think they're going to move him.
Well,
He's one of the
here's
best backups in the league.
Here's the problem, because now this is a real far stretch here, but do you think that because they're not, the problem is that they're really behind. I was thinking Chicago.
Nah,
but
they're
the
falling
thing-
too far
but they're
behind.
falling
They're 6
a little
points
too
out.
far
They're,
behind. Yeah, I
8
wouldn't.
points out.
I wouldn't even consider. I wouldn't pick
Put
up
it
the
past
phone.
them, though. I mean,
Oh, no,
they'll make it.
absolutely.
Oh,
a guy like
I
that
just
at the trade
realized this.
deadline?
Hold on, I just realized. Carolina.
Eh.
No, think about it though. Cam Ward's getting old. It's only gonna be a matter of time. So's Henrik Lundqvist.
You make me feel old because he's
but
32.
Cam Ward is. I mean,
No, he's
for a
not.
goalie. I'm not saying you're old. I'm saying Cam Ward's old for a goalie.
Brian, you're in your prime, damn it.
Yeah, you're fine.
That's what I'm trying to say. So is Cam Ward.
No, he's not. Come
Actually,
on.
that goal
Cam Ward hasn't
differential-
had a really great year in a
putrid.
long time.
I just the reason why I say no to Carolina is because I don't think Carolina makes the playoffs. I think Colorado has a much better chance of making the playoffs.
I got you on that one. I'm just throwing it out there because they're close enough.
Yeah.
They're close enough, and they don't necessarily have the most solid goaltending in the world. Cam Ward
No,
aside.
Eddie Lack and Cam Ward is their goaltending duo.
Yeah, but again, it's just like Eddie Lack is obviously a clear backup. Cam Ward, he's good on some nights. He's not good on other nights.
No.
You know, that shakiness is enough to annoy enough people to consider.
I lied. I think it's Scott Darling over there now. I think it's
Scott
Darling and Cam Ward.
Oh,
I
Scott
think Eddie Lack.
Darling.
Where did he go?
Eddie Lack,
Couldn't even tell you, to
I
be
think
honest.
Eddie Lack might be in. I want to say Vancouver.
he's in Vancouver's minor league system. Anyway.
Hmm.
So finally, that finally.
No, I'm just having.
Yeah. So yeah, because that's the thing though. Toronto seems like the most logical spot to put him, and they're definitely not going to put him in Jersey. They will never consider.
Nah,
a trade
Corey
there.
Schneider's been playing
And
solid
that
hockey.
too,
You don't
yeah.
wanna-
Keith Kincaid too. I mean, he's been
Yeah.
playing pretty good.
Yeah,
too,
they would.
So.
But even if so, they would never consider a trade to Jersey. Absolutely not. They would rather.
That's another one. That's another one. You're trading to a Metro Division rival.
Yeah, and it's.
And you want to talk rival like that?
Yeah.
That's a rivalry.
That's a huge rivalry. When you think, see, here's the thing: it used to be the Islanders, but nowadays, when you talk to Rangers fans, they're major rivals to the Devils. And there is nobody topping them. I can't disagree. I hate the Devils too. I think they're all pieces of shit, quite frankly. But that's just me. Yeah, because that's the thing. And obviously, anybody out there who wants to say, maybe throw him in Philly, you can't, because the Flyers just don't have the space. They just don't have. They don't have the money. They can't do it, honestly.
Come to Pittsburgh. No, I'm kidding. He ain't coming here.
Nah, he's not going to
I don't
Philly
think you
either.
need him to
He's
be
not
honest
coming
with
here.
you. You
He's
got
not
Matt
going
Murray.
anywhere in
In
like
the
a
Metro?
200-mile
No.
radius.
No, he's
Yeah.
not
Or
going.
even in this little
Yeah.
No, possibly even.
couch section here.
he
He's
could-
not going to Anaheim.
Well, all right, yeah, I'll give you that one.
Ryan
'cause
Miller
you got
and-
Gibby,
and
you got
Johnny
Gibby,
Gibson.
Yeah.
To be honest, I don't think he's going anywhere. But
No, he's probably not. But, I mean, I like Matt's question because
no, you do have to look at it, and here's his perspective. Like
he's
he
a
should
Hall of Fame
really-
goalie.
He is, and he's going to go in there with no cup.
Right. So, with what the Rangers might possibly do,
Yeah.
it's not out of the realm of possibility that they ask Hendrik Lundqvist to waive his no-trade clause to a contender so he can win a cup before he retires. He doesn't have much time left.
No, he
He's,
doesn't.
what, 34, 35?
I
Yeah,
think,
I mean, he's still playing very well for his age, and there's no
Yeah,
doubt
he is,
about
no
that.
doubt.
It's
It's
king
just,
for a reason.
yeah, but the problem is that the Rangers, they're clearly they believe they're gonna miss the playoffs. They have
Well,
no
they're
doubt
already
in their
saying that
mind.
they're total sellers. They're
Yeah,
rebuilding.
So
Yeah.
they have no faith in the team at this point in time. So they're really pretty much saying, you know what, fire sale, everything must go at this point in time. We do not believe we're going to make the playoffs. Fuck it, we probably wouldn't even get far anyway, even if we did. So we're just going to say screw it. Honestly, though, that would be the first thing that I would consider as the GM of New York is going to Lundqvist and talking to him about it, because really, as a GM who has been with Lundqvist for a long time, who has done nothing but done positive things
Yeah.
for the organization,
Without a doubt.
you would feel terrible just having him sit there and just like, even though he feels loved and he
It's
cares about the
horrible.
Rangers and the organization, thing is like, listen, you want a cup. Don't lie to me and tell me you don't want a cup. You know,
it's hard though.
it is
It
hard.
absolutely
it is hard.
to
Yeah.
leave the place that you've been your whole life,
Yeah.
Absolutely.
your whole career.
Oh, I
you
mean,
know?
even though he wasn't here for the whole career, Kima Timonen did not want to leave the Flyers.
Yeah.
But he had no choice, and he
Well,
went to
it's the
Chicago.
Same thing with
It's-
Fleury.
you know?
For a lot of people, it's not necessarily, staying with the organization because he spent a lot of time. He's done a lot of great things for the Rangers.
Oh,
He
without
has.
a doubt.
He deserves a cup in his career.
He does.
He's a Hall of if he gets into the Hall of Fame without a Stanley Cup, that's going to break my heart.
Yeah, I mean, and
He deserves it. He's a class act on the ice. He's just a tremendous person, and he deserves a cup.
Yeah, definitely.
I just think that that's something that they should absolutely do.
Yeah.
And really, I mean, if Lundqvist chooses not to and he really wants to stay with the team, I'm like, then that's even more of a reason to have respect for him.
Yeah.
But I just think, like, you know what? Don't lie. You want a cup. Let's go about making that happen. Let's go find that team that can get you that Stanley Cup. And I'm thinking, as I start to dissect everything we've said here, I like your Colorado choice, but you know what? I'm really favoring Mikey's on Toronto, only because it just seems like that team's going to make the playoffs. They really – and if they get Lundqvist in goal and he's playing phenomenal, that locks them. They're locked. They may not take second, but they sure as hell will take third.
Yeah,
They'll take third in the
but
division, and anything can happen if you wind up in that playoffs. And if he gets hot, I don't care. Boston can roll out Tuukka Rask all day. If Lundqvist is hot, he beats Rask.
You see,
it's
here's
as
the
simple as
thing.
that.
Here's the thing, and this is a huge problem with that scenario of Hendrik Lundqvist going to Toronto is Freddie Anderson. You trade for Freddie Anderson from
Yeah.
Anaheim, and then you sign him to a 6-year deal to be the starting goaltender, and then you go out and you get a guy like Henrik Lundqvist, that's a slap in the face to him.
Well, yeah,
Yeah.
but you
That shows you have no faith in him as a goaltender.
No, definitely. I mean, it is a total slap in the face. But then again, if you're Toronto, to me that secures a better chance of winning. Say Freddie goes down the first 2 games in Boston.
Or say he
And
gets
then,
shelled.
I mean, yeah, you would go back to Toronto for 2 more games, but at that point, if they're blowout games, I'm sending in Henrik.
Because the way
You know,
Boston,
that's my only
Yeah, but
concern. is just-
Hendrick's not going to go anywhere to be a backup. He's
No,
been
no,
too good
not
in his
at
career
all.
to not.
Not at all. But I mean, we've seen. I keep bringing up the Penguins, but Matt Murray comes up and takes Fleury's spot, takes over the team.
Yeah, but
He's
that's a
the
young
starting
guy.
goalie
That's
for
a
team.
young goalie versus a guy who is at the end of his career.
I wouldn't even say he's.
And even
he's
if-
inching towards it, but I wouldn't say he's even at the end of his career. He's only 30, 31, 32 years old.
Who?
But Fleury. No, I'm
Fleury-
saying
no, I'm
Fleury.
talking about Lundqvist.
Yeah, yeah. No, I'm just
okay,
saying,
let's get
I'm
this
saying-
straight. Who the hell are we talking about?
I'm talking Fleury right now. I'm just saying that Matt Murray comes in and takes his spot, and then he's starting for the playoffs over Fleury. You know, a guy who's won a Stanley Cup.
Yeah, but that's
So-
one thing. You know, that's a guy that's coming up through the ranks versus
Oh, yeah, no
you're
doubt.
going
Yeah.
out and you're getting a future Hall of Famer to take my spot as a
No,
starting
no,
goaltender for the
I
playoffs,
know,
which
I know.
I deserved, which I got us to 32, 16, and 5 on the season, and you're going to bring him in just to win a cup?
Yeah.
That's a slap in my face, and I want you to trade me in the offseason. That's not why you brought me here. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like
No, I
it's
got you.
it's different when you come up through the ranks
I know.
versus
Okay,
bringing
all right,
an outside.
all right. How about this? Obviously, you can't really do anything with the East other than that. Really, honestly, you can't because everybody's pretty much got their goaltending situation solidified, and in our case, you just don't have the ability to do it. So, unless they want to take Andrew McDonald's contract, and I highly doubt they will. So, with that being said, plus,
Don't
plus
gotta give us much. Just take his contract.
yeah, plus also to be honest with you,
It's like
there,
Arizona with Datsuk. And
yeah, also
Yeah,
honestly,
we'll just buy his contract.
yeah,
I mean.
yeah, and plus also
We have to reach the minimum here.
plus the Rangers
Yeah.
hate us. They will never give us Lundqvist.
Ridiculous.
They will never give us Lundqvist. I would love to see that happen. They will never give us to.
Nah, the only way I see Hendrik Lundqvist waiving his no trade clause is if he goes to a contender.
Yeah, I mean, and the thing
And that's
is,
what he's
And
gonna
there's
do.
not many contenders out there that are gonna that aren't
see,
in a
that's-
good situation with their goaltending.
That's why when you look to the West, though, you do look at. That's why I looked at Winnipeg, because they have a goaltending tandem. So it just seems like it would be, it's more of a safety thing than anything else. Like you immediately come in with Lundqvist in the playoffs, it's just like, well, shit, you know. You got a better chance
Yeah.
than you did running with the tandem. No offense to Steve Mason. I love Steve Mason. He did a lot good for the Flyers. But we all know what happened in the playoffs.
Yeah.
He got shelled, and it didn't end too well. Now, that's also attributed to the defense playing like shit. But if Winnipeg gets, hit pretty hard by St. Louis in the first round, it may not end too well for Winnipeg
No.
in the beginning.
No.
However, though, they could probably beat St. Louis. I'm more concerned about Nashville going down the road. You want somebody to compete with Rask, and no offense to Steve Mason and Hellebuck, I don't like putting a tandem up against Rask. Or Rene. Sorry, not Rask. I don't like putting a tandem up against Rene. I really don't like doing that. That's gambling right there when you're facing Rene.
I don't think Nashville's as good as they were last year. I don't see them getting to.
It's not as much. I'm talking goaltending wise. I'm saying strictly on the goaltending side of things.
Oh, come playoff time, Winnipeg's gonna have to make a choice.
Yeah, they're going to have to, and that's why I say you go
Yeah.
with Lundqvist. You're a little bit more safer than necessarily going with, okay, who's hot this week?
Yeah.
You know, that's because you're gambling.
I mean, you
big
do.
time,
It
you
is.
know?
It is a gamble, but like you said, you want to run. You do want to run with the hot
Mason.
goaltender. And
I would run Mason.
Yeah,
I think I would have run
yeah.
Hellebuck.
Yeah.
I think I would.
Guy that's fresh to
'Cause-
playoff experience.
Yeah.
Because here's the thing, though. You could make a case for St. Louis. I mean, obviously they've run the Jake Allen train before, and it's gotten them as far as it could get them in multiple occasions.
But he's still a solid goaltender that
he-
can get them a cup eventually. They
he-
just need to build the team in front of them a little bit better.
That is true, but I don't know. Would you think that maybe St. Louis would consider it just
No.
because they won a cup?
Nah, I think they have the utmost faith in Jake Allen. If they haven't, they would have let him go
That is a good point. Yeah,
and
they
not
would have
have
let
re-signed him
go.
to the
Yeah,
contract and kept
that's
Elliott.
true. They would have kept Elliott and let Jake
True,
Allen
very
go.
true.
The only other thing I could think of is maybe San Jose. just because San Jose
But
is.
he's gonna play backup again. You know?
I don't know. I think if he does, San Jose's an interesting one because Marty Jones is a solid goaltender,
Yeah.
but I don't think he's a Stanley Cup caliber goaltender.
No, he's not.
He's proven
Yeah,
that.
you know that one.
Yeah. I would say, San Jose is a possibility. If San Jose actually grabs him, they have a much better chance of actually being able to eliminate Calgary in the first round because the way I see it right now, they don't beat Calgary in the first round. Calgary beats them.
I'm with you.
Yeah,
no, I
so-
think Calgary's a little bit firepower, except San Jose is going to bring that experience.
They are, but, I mean, Calgary, they already have a taste of
San Jose's got the experience, but you're looking at youth and speed versus
old.
veteran
The youth
and
movement,
slow.
baby. What have I been saying? The youth movement.
It is a youth movement, and
I
San
love
Jose
it.
needs to start it. They still have good young players and Logan Couture and guys like that, but Joe Thornton's at the end of his career.
I mean,
Clearly.
Joe Pavelski's on the downside.
yeah, definitely. I mean, but to close this out, I mean, that's a tough thing.
It is.
And it's ultimately, he's not going to this year. I think he'll ride out the rest of this year, maybe ask and see how free agency is come June, July. And maybe decide then. See which one of these teams to start off a fresh new team in the
Yeah.
beginning of a season.
Yeah, I mean, and you also got to
So-
consider as one of these teams too. You also have to remember, okay, well, you're only getting him for a certain amount of time
Yeah.
because he's in the twilight of his career.
Yeah.
There's only going to be so many years left before he starts to realize, yeah, I can't do this anymore. So you got to take that into consideration too.
Definitely.
So that may also apply to the possible no trading this season for him.
Definitely.
He becomes a free agent 2021.
Yeah, so you got
I
So
don't
you'd have him
know.
for 3 more years.
3 more years.
3 more years. I
So
mean,
you send him to a team. You send him to a team that's not quite there, but
could be
on that
there.
cusp.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're there, but they're not.
See,
Like that's why I think Colorado would be perfect for him.
yeah.
Semyon
Oh,
Varlamov
yeah.
is
Because one of the
he's not a Stanley Cup caliber goaltender. They have a decent defense in front. The offense has come back around like I said they would last year.
what of what?
Colorado, their
Colorado.
offense.
Okay,
Told you
yeah.
their offense was good.
Okay, but they had a shitty year last year.
Yeah,
Go
they
ahead.
did. But I'm just letting you know.
And they got rid of
Just gotta-
Duchesne.
And they got rid of Duchesne, who's done nothing.
Come
in
on,
Ottawa.
pile it on.
Yeah.
We all
And
thought,
I think-
McKinnon's hurt.
but we all thought they were going to trade Duchesne. None of us said they weren't.
Yeah, I just didn't think it was going to be Ottawa. But anyway,
Yeah.
with Lundqvist, I think I could see him like waiting the season out.
Yeah.
But if they're going to do a full rebuild, it's going to come into consideration. Hey, do we trade Hendrick? Does he want to? Yeah, he's got 3 years, but is it going to take 3 years to get this team back to the Stanley Cup?
No, it's going to take a lot longer than that.
Especially if
If
they
they
lose
sell out.
Zuccarello,
Yeah.
Duchesne, or
yeah.
Duchesne.
Duchesne, Nash.
Duchesne.
Nash, McDonough.
Actually,
McDonough,
it
that's
might
what I
be a
was thinking of.
smart
Shat
idea.
and Pants.
You know what they should do?
He's not
If
going
they
anywhere.
do ride him out, you know who I actually consider? I consider Edmonton.
I can see maybe Edmonton.
Because think about it. Yeah, this year might be a lost cause for them, but
Yeah.
the
Could you
fi-
imagine Cam Talbot? We just
Yo,
traded-
Cam Talbot would be pissed.
Yo,
what a
right,
reunion.
right, that's what I'm
Lundqvist
saying.
again. Oh my God,
What
that'd
a
be great.
reunion.
Right?
Oh.
Be like,
Edmonton Oilers acquired Henrik Lundqvist.
he'd be like, what the fuck? I'm out.
This is fucking bullshit again. I gotta ride behind him again.
I thought I was.
Ugh,
I
this
thought
guy's
I was
my
good
nightmare.
enough. He complains to them. It's like, why the hell am I behind Lundqvist again? It's like, were you asleep for all last year? Because that explains your shitty performance in goal. So, because I mean,
We saw what he
seriously.
did last time he was in front of you. Let's see it again.
Yeah, he got you all
Oh
the way to
man,
the
that
Stanley
would
Cup.
suck.
Yo,
for
yeah,
Cam
that would
Talbot.
be hilarious.
Shit.
Oh my God! Actually, I hope that happens for comedical reasons, if anything else.
that would be great.
Anyway, all right. So moving on
Yeah,
past
we're
that,
getting
we had
towards the end
a
here.
good little conversation on that one.
Why don't
Actually,
we
a little, but
run through
still.
some scores there, Matty?
All right, yeah, that's a good idea. Thank you, Mike, for keeping me on
Oh,
track.
no problem.
Because we
Somebody
will,
has to. Because
yeah,
I'm not.
somebody does have to. Yeah, this is only an hour and a half show here. All right. As soon as the scores pop up for today of Thursday of February 8th, the day that the Eagles celebrated a Super
shit.
Bowl. And here we go. At the end of the first, we got a tie game between the Golden Knights and the Sharks, and the Golden Knights have scored once on only 3 shots on goal.
And how many shots do the Sharks have, Matty?
16, and they finally got a goal.
Jesus Christ.
So Joe
Jeez.
Pavelski getting his 11th of the year. Eric Howla getting his 21st. Now, I did not expect.
What do I say?
Howla is just.
I feel like every
woo.
week it's not about the It's not about the quantity. It's about the quality of shots.
It is true.
You can have 3 shots the entire game if all 3 go in.
But think about it.
That's great.
Who would have
Yeah.
thought Eric Howla would have 21 goals by the end of this year? I actually did not think that, but damn, man, he's got 21 goals. Give
Eric
Howla-
Hollis, he's a good player. I really liked him in Minnesota.
He is, but I just didn't think he was gonna do like the 20 mark. I always thought he'd be like that solid like assister, not necessarily goal scorer. But you know what? Hell, he could do it. He can do it all. There you go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, agreed. I
So-
thought that from the beginning.
On to the New York Islanders who lose to the Buffalo Sabres, which actually helps us. So I'm happy
Yeah,
with
that
that.
helps us, definitely.
One of the few times I'm happy that the Buffalo Sabres actually won something. On to the Calgary Flames, who doing us a great service. Thank you very much, Calgary. Defeating the New Jersey Devils. Them shit suckers lost 3-2 in their game. Goals from Sean Monahan, Johnny Gaudreau, and again, Sean Monahan, who has 27 goals in
Wow.
the season. He's actually outscoring Johnny Gaudreau. That's
Johnny
pretty cool.
G repping his
Damn.
Eagles last week.
Hey, there you go, man. He never lost his Philadelphia faith.
That
I
was
love
pretty
that.
dope.
I love that.
That
from
was-
Pulls down
Johnny
the
Hockey.
jacket.
Pulls the jacket, shows the
Yeah.
Wentz jersey. Never lose where you're from, kid.
Yeah, never did. Never lost his rich. Gotta love that about Johnny Hockey. God, I wish he was a Flyer. Anyway.
I'm sure he probably does, too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, I mean, maybe one day. Maybe one day we'll
Dreams
go
do
grab
come
him.
true,
Yeah,
right?
maybe. We fucked up by not getting Mike Richter back in the day. Maybe we can actually succeed in getting Johnny Hockey one day. Highly doubt it. Anyway, Flyers defeating the Montreal Canadiens 5-3. Goals from Travis Konechny, 12th goal of the year. Claude Drew, his 16th on the power play goal. Jake Voracek, his 11th of the year on a power play goal. Travis Konechny as well, 13th, getting 2 tonight. And Ivan Provorov scoring an empty netter, getting himself his 10th of
Wow.
the year.
That's
I
impressive.
love that kid.
Even
do.
Provy, you gotta
Yeah.
love Provy.
Big
I
Russian.
like the way that he just plays.
He does, man. Provy plays so mature for just a kid. He's only a kid too. That's the best part of it. That's what I love about him.
Speaking of
gonna get better.
Russians, the team's not in the Olympics.
That is true. Thanks to a little thing
Which
called
started today.
Steroids.
Yeah, thanks to a little thing called steroids and the IOC.
The opening ceremony was tonight. I forgot about that.
No, tomorrow night. Tomorrow
thought it was
night
the
is
8th.
no. Tomorrow night is opening ceremony. They started games today.
Oh.
We were watching a little figure skating before I came here.
Oh.
Good
Good old
I missed
Johnny Weir announcing it.
So,
Oh,
showing your
Lord.
guilty pleasures right here, right now, here on the Hockey Happy Hour.
He
Little
makes my
figure
head
skating.
hurt.
I guess you don't like him.
He's just out there.
Really?
Anybody that announces figure skating is out there. Oh, by the way, I actually have a friend who's out there doing the figure skating competition. She's an associate producer out there.
Awesome.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Well, congratulations. Hope it all goes well.
It's her 3rd Olympics, 4th Olympics.
No, that's
Nice.
awesome.
Nice gig. Can't hate. Got mad respect for that.
Yeah,
Absolute
I love
respect
it.
for that.
I'm
That is awesome.
so proud of her.
Yeah, how can you not be? That's awesome.
That's great.
All right. The Ottawa Senators defeating the Nashville Predators, and that stuns me. 4-3 in overtime, 19-25-9. So they are just how many games away from a winning record? Keep going, guys. Maybe you'll actually make something out of this
Push!
season. Maybe you go from worst to first. Who knows? Highly doubt it because you're in the Atlantic, but okay. And let's
What a
see.
tough division.
That is a
Yeah.
terrible division. I complain about the Metropolitan, but good God, I'd hate to be in the Atlantic too.
This year.
I picked a bad spot on the couch. I'm sitting right on the crack.
Oh. I don't know what to tell you there, bro.
I don't know either.
I got to sit on your side from
Just
now
like
on.
Columbus slipping into the
Nope.
cracks. Anyway. All right, to the Tampa Bay Lightning and the Vancouver
Shocking.
Canucks. 5-2 for the Tampa Bay Lightning. Not a surprise here. They are now 37-14-3 on the year. Oh, God, let's take a look at this. Nikita Kucherov getting his 28th goal of the year. Who is this?
Stammer.
Yeah, Stammer getting a 20th goal. Maybe he won't disappear in the playoffs like he usually does.
Well, usually he breaks a leg or something.
Yeah, something
so-
like that. Guy cannot stay healthy to save his ass. Victor Hedman getting his 8th of the year. Andre Vasilevsky getting the win, no surprise. And the St. Louis Blues, good God almighty, they absolutely spanked the Colorado Avalanche 6-1, making it a 33-20-3 record for them. Their goals came from
Two from
Braden Shen. For Christ's sake, man.
23.
What the fuck, man? Where were these 23 freaking goals when you were playing for the Flyers? God damn it.
I love it. I love it.
God,
Keep doing it,
man.
Braden.
What the fuck? What the
Hey,
fuck?
listen. We can't judge who's won that trade yet. Yes, Braden Shen's having a great year, but Morgan Frost is leading his junior league in points and goals.
All right. So if he comes onto the Flyers, he starts lighting the lamp up, then you know what? Winning.
Just real quick, Jose Colon chiming in on Facebook Live. What up, Flyers Nation? Yo. What's up, Jose?
Hey.
What's up, man?
Glad to have you.
Yes, definitely glad to have you. Keep throwing in some comments. And Arizona and the Minnesota Wild, a team battling for absolutely nothing and a team battling for a wild card spot. And guess who actually won today?
They got the dub.
Yeah, the team
They got
battling.
the dub.
The team battling for absolutely not a goddamn thing won today. 4-3 in overtime.
Auntie Ronta with the dub.
Good God.
Holy shit.
What's that, his third of the year?
Probably. They only got 13
And
wins,
to
so let's
think,
decide.
N.T. Runta used to
Wow.
play for the Chicago Blackhawks when they were winning Stanley Cups. Good God, man. Where did his
Damn.
career go?
It's
Yeah,
like,
but you know what? Think about it. Look at all the guys that have backed up Corey Crawford,
That is true. There is a salute.
Anthony
Andy
Niemi.
Ranta, Antti Niemi. All these guys are
Andy Niemi's not even
Garbage.
in the league anymore.
No. Sadly, though, he still has a Stanley Cup.
I think he is. I think he's in somebody's AHL system.
Well, yeah, he's in AHL system. I don't know who picked him up on waivers, though.
Somebody
After the-
did. I can't
After
remember.
the Penguins dropped him.
At this point, who the
Wow,
fuck
what a
would?
bad experiment that was.
Yeah, that one.
Holy shit. 9 goals in, like, 3 periods of play. Get the hell out of here.
I mean, I'm just saying, when Antero Niedermacky beats you for the starting position in San Jose,
Niedermacky.
something's
Oh
wrong.
my God.
Something is clearly wrong because there's a guy who could never get the starting spot on the
Niedermacky
Flyers.
was trash.
Oh, my God. I don't know how the hell he won a Calder Cup in the AHL, but oh, my God. Niedermacky was supposed to be like the saving grace of the Flyers organization in goal.
Oh
He was like
my
Maximin
God.
Ouellet. Panned out to be nothing but pure garbage for the
Johan
Philadelphia
Hedberg
Flyers.
was another one.
Oh,
They
my
expected
God.
big
Don't
things
get me
out of-
started. Johan Hedberg, perfect example.
Yeah, we
Guy-
don't have much time left. We can't get you started.
No. Good God. Don't remind me of Niedermacky. Whew, that was a bad period. Thank God we went and just traded for Baron when we did, because I actually like Baron. He could play.
Yeah, Marty.
Anyway, the Dallas Stars, to wrap this up, defeat the Chicago Blackhawks 4-2. The mighty continue to fall as the Chicago Blackhawks lose yet another game.
Good.
And the Dallas Stars continue to rise after having a terrible year last year. Tyler Seguin leading the way, getting 2 goals to make it 28 on the season. I'll tell you right now, man, that Ben Bishop trade is panning out pretty damn good for the Dallas Stars right now.
You just totally stole my thought because what I was going to say was, look at the difference now. I mean, Kerry Letton last year to Ben Bishop this year. Goes to show you, Ben Bishop's a good goalie. Showed it in Tampa.
You're 6'7". You better be a fucking good.
You're right. You're absolutely
You
right.
have the wingspan to cover the whole goddamn thing. You're taller. You're a foot taller than the whole net.
If you can't stop anything and you're 6'7" in goal, you might as well just give up. On life.
I understand
Just in
getting down
general.
low might be kind of harder, but you got everything top shelf.
Just
where
be a
everybody's
stand-up
shooting
goalie.
nowadays,
Just
man.
shoot the pad out when necessary.
Yeah.
And then you know what you can do, too? You can develop your Ron Hextall and just beat the crap out of anybody who scores on you. There you go.
Jose Colon again. He says, "What's up, guys? What's up, Jose?
What's up, man? All right, so
Thanks for commenting on the show, everybody. We
Yes,
love you."
thank you for commenting on the show. For anyone out there who is celebrating an Eagles Super Bowl victory out there in Eagles Nation, who is part of Flyers
If you're
Nation,
still in
most
Philly,
likely.
please be safe.
Yes, please be safe.
Get
Do-
home safe.
do
Don't drink
not-
and drive.
I will repeat this 1,000 times over if necessary. Do not drink and drive. Please do not drink and drive. You can save your life, somebody else's life. It is not that expensive to pay for an Uber to get back home or to just call a cab to go to a hotel or whatever the hell. Please don't drink and drive. Please don't. But if you're partying, have fun. Don't do anything that we wouldn't do. Anyway, so with that being said, Flyers win against the Montreal Canadiens. Cannot be more happier with that to cap off an Eagles celebration. Hopefully, this can continue to suffice, and hopefully this is things to come. Hopefully the Flyers can feed off of this positivity.
Real quick, I want to give a shout out to Nathan Erie. Just stumbled on your show. Seems awesome.
Nice.
Well, we'll be back next week, Thursday, 10 o'clock
Thursday, 10.
Eastern.
Yes, 10 o'clock
So
Eastern time. So
make sure you
keep it
come
here.
back. And you know what? It's time to close it out, Maddie.
It is time. It is time for last call, folks. We hope everybody had a good time here
Closing
on the
time.
Hockey Happy Hour. And we are brought to you by none other than Liberty Event Rentals, located at 2154 East Cambridge Street in Philadelphia, PA. You can give them a call, 267-314-7368. If table, chairs, tents, linens, anything for your party or event needs. If you're hosting something for Valentine's Day, a singles event, or a couples event, feel free to give them a call so they can take care of that. And you can also reach them at www.libertyeventRentals.com. This is the Hockey Happy Hour on
What a dick.
A2DRadio.com, and we'll be right back after a nice little week of rest on another Thursday evening here in the BMW Lancia Studios here on A2DRadio.com.
And you wanted to ride home.